Hello, everybody, friends and enemies of the show. Welcome back to The Fellowship. This is our second episode. This will be our Halloween special. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the paranormal. We're going to be talking about our fears. We're going to be talking about scary movies. And we're going to be talking about how the two people next to me are schizophrenics.
Ooh.
But, anywho, our first topic scary movies. Who wanted to kick this one off?
All right, so our first topic is going to be scary movies, right? And I really like scary movies. I know a lot of people aren't huge fans. I'm looking over at Porter right now.
No, it's not that they're not good movies. It's just I just don't like scary things, guys. I'm like a wuss. I don't know. I just don't like them.
But right now, we're going to be talking about the Conjuring series and the new addition to the Conjuring series, The Nun 2, which is crazy. I watched it. Oh my gosh.
Give a review. What happened?
Okay, so basically, the Nun, like the first movie, which is the beginning of the Conjuring series as a total, was horrible.
Oh.
I wish they wouldn't have released it,
Mhm.
at all. What are you doing? And then the Nun 2, really, there's a character in it that is basically, the main Conjuring person throughout all the series. Like, there's Annabelle, but then there's this other one that's called, Validek or something. I don't know. But it kind of gives more backstory on Validek, but this time there's good editing, there's actually good jump scares, and I really, really ate it up. But it was a good movie.
It was good.
Yeah. Do you have any comments on it? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen none two yet.
Y'all are all so lame.
I want to.
You should definitely go see it. I don't know how long
these
it's
all
been,
seem like
so.
lowbrow. I don't really
You don't
like
do
them.
the normal typical scary movie scene.
That makes me sound like I'm pretentious, but I just hear bad things about these, so I don't really feel like they're
watched-
that scary.
I watched The Conjuring 2 halfway through because I got too scared. It was pretty good. That's the one where the nun was introduced, right?
The Conjuring.
The second one.
The second one, yes.
Yes, yeah.
It's when
That's
that
good.
girl is literally possessed by
Yeah.
this old man in
The
a
British
house.
lady. Or the British girl.
Yes.
She just acted
That's actually my
British.
favorite Conjuring movie in
Really?
the Conjuring series. I've watched that movie 6 times.
Conjuring what, two?
Conjuring 2. And it's based in I don't know,
Where's the
London
best one?
maybe. I don't know, they're British. And they literally are talking about how this little girl gets possessed by this evil little man in the house that used to own the house, but that man's also being controlled by Validek. However, the ending of that movie is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Why?
Because the way that she expels the demon at the end is so annoying.
How so?
Because she grabs the Bible and then she's like, Validek, Validek. Oh, she's like, I know your name. And she's like, I know your name. It's Validek. And the demon's like, no. And then it just disintegrates.
Wow.
But then it comes back, and that's why I'm upset. Come on.
Your gloves are really adding to the storytelling.
Thanks.
now.
I actually I kind of wanted to start with that, who we are today.
Mhm.
I'm Freddy Fazbear.
Where'd you get your costume from?
Spirit Halloween. It was $50, but me and my roomie split it up. Yeah, I know, very expensive. How about you?
I got the little bracelets and the little tiara, also from Spirit Halloween. I'm Wonder Woman, guys. Yeah. I stole this tank top from my roommate, or not my roommate, from one of my friends who's basically a roommate. Because I don't own anything red.
Ooh.
It's really cute.
Yeah, we looked for a while for you to have something red.
No, for real.
We went to
JC was getting annoyed at me.
I really was. I was like, "Just find any." You? What are you today?
I'm Tails from Sonic.
Wow.
Oh, so interesting.
He is interesting. He's cool.
Okay, sure. Sorry, you're about to go after me later, so I'm going after you now.
You're Freddy Fazbear.
I don't need your hate. How about you today? Who are you? Who inspired this?
Who inspired this? I'm Ghostface.
Yeah.
Clearly. I got it from Spirit Halloween.
Wow, Spirit Halloween is a hit.
No, for real.
You got yours from Spirit Halloween, correct?
Hmm?
Did you get yours from Spirit
Yeah.
Halloween? Thought so. It was either that or Hot Topic. I'm not gonna
They respond.
lie.
Anywho,
Sponsor us, Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the horror movie subject. We also have gore movies, paranormal movies, and then just indie horror. And it was me and Ian that were talking about this mainly, the difference between them, because I'm a huge horror movie fanatic, but I don't do gore movies.
Really?
They're
No,
so
slasher
nasty.
flicks are not horror movies. They're
Really?
just
They're just
a
nasty.
total different category in my opinion.
Yeah, so how do y'all feel about that?
I don't know. I can kind of deal with gore in that sense. Gore's never really gotten me. It's just legit just like the other scary aspects of a movie will get me. But like, yeah, just goriness has never really like affected me in that
Have you
way.
ever like watched a gore movie? Because I know you're not into horror movies.
I don't know if it counts, but I'm really into Mortal Kombat, and that's a very gory
so
game
horror movie.
series.
It is.
No,
So
y'all
horror
don't even understand. Like, it's so gory. Y'all don't even
Gory.
know.
It's very gory.
Yeah.
And I think I remember I watched The Cabin in the Woods. That's like the only horror movie I've watched and been like, that's a good movie. Like, that's the one I'm like, oh my
Bro
god,
went.
Woods.
that was a good movie. And that didn't get too gory at times, I don't think.
No,
think-
not till the end.
The most gory film I've ever seen was what is it called? It's about Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, like
Oh my god,
Whoa.
that
Blood and like
movie.
Fury or something like
Blood-
that. It was
Blood and
crazy,
Honey?
like meat grinder crazy.
Ugh.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't like that.
Me and my friends went and saw it as like a little funny haha. We walked out laughing so hard. It was like the worst thing I've ever seen, but the most gory thing in a long time.
Have y'all seen the Saw movies?
Yes.
I've seen most of them.
Ooh.
That's where my distaste for lowbrow movies came from.
Real?
Yeah, they're just like lowbrow horror movies. Like they're just not great. Like the first one's kind of good sometimes. Then it's just like an exponential decay.
See, because I know like lowbrow is like the Conjuring series, right? Would you say so?
I'd put like
Some
the
of them.
Conjuring one. I hear wasn't horrible. I've seen that one. I say I hear because I asked people if they thought it was good, and they were like, "It's okay." Yeah, I thought it was okay too. But then after that, I didn't really watch the other ones because, well, I don't know. The first one wasn't really that interesting because I don't really like horror that's just jump scares or that's just paranormal or gore. Really, I like when it's more psychological horror. That's the
So
horror
fair.
that's actually good to me.
Oh yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Go
I gotta
on.
say,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta comment because I recently watched Knock on the Cabin Door. It's or Knock on the I don't know. It's Knock on the Cabin Door or something like that. It's about like basically just the four horsemen of the apocalypse, all that.
Ooh, was it the two that married couple and their
Yeah,
kid?
and then the kid, and then the four come in, and then like you have to sacrifice one of yourselves, and then every single time they didn't decide, one of the four people had to die, and they would say a part of humanity has been judged, and then like something crazy would happen, like an earthquake or tsunamis or a plague and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Also, I didn't catch this earlier. You said that slashers aren't real horror movies, right?
No.
Yeah.
They're
But
more
you're
like a
dressed up as
subgenre. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I
they
mean-
just don't feel like real horror movies. It just feels like they're just being gross. It's just-
Well, that's
some-
part of horror. Sometimes people find horror in things that are more horrific
yeah,
and
people who are more
gory.
scared of like that stuff.
yeah, that's why I say it's a subgenre, but not necessarily the encompassing whole. Because if you think of some subgenre of anything else, it's not necessarily dissimilar from the rest of the genre, but it's just a more specific take on the genre.
I think.
Sorry.
You don't have a bow tie, Ian. Why'd you do that?
Well, it's like we're all FNAF characters deep down.
We're all FNAF.
which,
on
which
a real
FNAF
on a real
character?
level, we're FNAF characters. Well, you're clearly somebody.
Oh, I'm the Freddy Fazbear.
I've been told, I think by you, that I give Bonnie vibes, and I don't know what that
Mhm.
means.
Bonnie vibes.
Like
You'll
how?
see.
Yeah, Bonnie
You see
vibe.
it? You give me Freddy vibes.
What?
Like ringleader, like type.
Like Golden
Oh.
Freddy vibes.
Ooh, yeah, like Springtrap, Golden Freddy, one of those.
Oh, Springtrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Michael Laughton. Wait, no, William.
Yeah, which is like a
Oop,
like
almost messed up on the lore.
it's like Bonnie but like Springtrapified. Yeah, like the Springtraps are like they're like.
I don't want to be called William Afton.
You are
Purple
William.
guy.
Who's
Purple
Ian?
guy.
Ian is so. I just like. You're so foxy.
I thought she was gonna say Chica.
I was gonna say Chica,
Disappointed.
too.
I'm so disappointed.
No, you're foxy.
I can see Foxy.
I could see you hanging out at the end of the hall, just like, you know,
Yeah,
in like Pirates Cove by yourself.
dude, she knows the locations.
I'm an avid FNAF.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be vibing in Pirates Cove.
Is that all we got for horror movies?
Well, I also wanted to talk about the newest movie out. The two newest movies coming out. One's coming out in October, and I think y'all know what it is. October 27th. Five Nights at Freddy's. While we're on it, I am so scared. I feel
What's
like it's gonna.
scared?
It's
No, I'm
gonna
not
be a
scared
scary
of the
movie.
film.
Oh, you scared it's gonna be ass?
I'm scared it's gonna be the worst thing I've ever seen in my
Well, it
entire life.
is. It's going to be.
The animatronics look really badly made.
Really?
They look really like non-scary, and they also have the red eyes, which a lot of people were losing their minds
Okay,
over.
there's a lore.
That's what I was about to say.
It's
But
when they're under control. They're not possessed yet. When they have the white eyes, they're possessed.
because then Springtrap shows up when the
Yeah.
Springtrap thing, and he has white eyes.
Exactly.
Which people were like totally like
It's
wanting.
because they're possessed.
Mhm.
You kill the kids.
Why did we get them on this?
Wait, is it like it goes from we gotta figure out like if it's like FNAF 1, 2, 3, like
Uh-huh.
or if it's its own thing. Like it's
Well-
not the games, it's like a different universe.
That's what I'm confused about because the guy who Josh Hutcherson plays, who's I think he's the security guard.
Yeah, you mean
he-
you mean he has a name. Okay.
Jeremy or Mike,
I
one of the two.
Mike.
He has like a daughter with him the entire
I
time.
don't think I think it was
I
his
thought that was a
sister.
sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
a sister? I don't know.
Yeah, he even calls
I didn't watch
Yeah.
it too closely.
Get a little
Fan.
fake fan.
Fake
I wanna
I'm
know why
so
you're
excited
so
for the
interested in
FNAF
it.
movie, guys. I don't remember the trailer.
Look, I'm not really into trailers and
haven't
all
watched
that.
the
I like
recent
to be like surprised when
They
I watch
do
things.
honestly. Trailers nowadays they spoil a bunch of the movie.
That's how I
I'm glad I
felt.
haven't watched the last one. I haven't,
No,
so and
yeah.
I won't because
I want to
Mm.
I don't want to know what happens before it happens.
Mm.
I don't want to be pre-disappointed.
I think something that was really cringe, and the most cringe from the trailer was probably whenever I think it was Foxy when he stomped on the ball, like those ball pits, and there's
Don't say it like that.
the ball pits like at like playgrounds and stuff, like indoor playgrounds.
What I didn't
And he
like
was like,
is
whoosh, and it looked so bad.
what I didn't like was the cupcake that it like comes
Oh,
alive.
yeah,
It's like a real thing.
It eats people.
I don't know. I just don't like it. I've never liked the cupcake though.
Wait, there was never a cupcake jump scare in FNAF.
Real.
Yeah,
Only
there
for
was
four.
in the
There
VR.
was.
Oh well, yeah.
VR. But like, who cares about the VR?
Hey,
I do.
I love it. I play that.
I played it
constantly.
once. But another movie that came out and I saw it yesterday was The Exorcist: The Believer, which is a like second part to the original Exorcist, and they actually bring in like I think one of the original actors from The Exorcist, like the first one.
Yeah, I think I read that it was like the mom in
Mhm.
the original. She's back for this
Yeah.
one.
I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it was super crazy.
Is it
Like,
just like
World turned upside down, like on
Why'd
him
you
on a.
cover your mouth?
is it? I was gonna ask a question, but you kept going. My
Oh,
bad.
my bad.
No, no, no.
Go ahead.
you,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, it's just your turn.
Go love this.
If you
I was asking if it's in the same. Like, is it a revamp?
What?
Is it just a revamp? Like a whole entire like
Like a
different.
reboot?
Yeah, kinda. Cause like it's like the same. It's the
Reboot.
same spirit that haunts Reagan in the first movie.
But it's like still like in the same story line, like just later down.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's like, it looks stupid. And it's like two of the girls instead of one. What's happening?
Oh.
It's like two of the girls instead of one, which is crazy. And honestly, I don't know her name. I think it's like Kaylee or Keely or something like
Can't
that.
stop looking at the fingers now.
I'm like, yeah, I'm transfixed by them.
Explaining stuff with the mitts.
The dad is so selfish
Oh.
in the movie. I was so upset, but he got his karma. Y'all go watch it. Period. All right.
Next topic.
So now we're gonna be moving into our fears topic, which I think is gonna be super interesting, just because you have a weird fear.
Why do I have a weird fear?
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Megalophobia. Will you go ahead and explain that?
Okay, so megalophobia is basically just the fear of big structures or big things. So it could be like, I don't know, big man-made structures, buildings, or just creatures in general, like, I don't know, Cthulhu or something like that.
You scared of like
Godzilla.
whales?
Whales? I feel like I'd be scared of a whale just because of this. I was scared. I went to the Ross Perot Museum in Fort Worth. I think it's Fort Worth or Dallas. I don't know. But I was scared of like the skeletons.
What?
It scared me.
Really?
It freaked me
The
out.
skeletons.
Were they
Yes.
large?
Well, of course.
Like whale skeletons?
No, they had like dinosaurs and stuff.
Oh, I
And
thought.
that freaked me out. I don't know why. When I was little, and I remember being so scared.
Okay, I remember talking about this with you, but you were like talking about how you were afraid of the Empire State Building.
I'm afraid of the Empire. I'm afraid of buildings where you look up and you're just like,
I just
Yeah.
imagine like Ian going,
Like what's just like the sheer
It's like the sheer,
mass of it.
Yeah, it's like wow, that's crazy.
Like how small you really are. Like
yeah,
in
it's like,
comparison.
and like when you think about like
And
it's
doesn't
like
it,
also being in space, the same thing.
isn't it because it feels unnatural too?
Yeah, it's like, hey, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like
right. It's not supposed to be
scary
there.
a little bit.
We watched a video on it, and I will say like there's some that were like really pretty scary. Like especially the statue of that lady. I don't know what it's called. Do you know?
There's a statue. I don't know. I think it's the biggest statue in the world.
Yeah, and it like
And it was like a village, and like it was taken inside the village, but it was in the distance, and it was so big.
it like looms over this
yeah,
city,
and
and
it's
it's
just
so
like,
scary.
I get that.
ooh, shiver me timbers, you know.
Yeah.
What about your fear?
My fear is thalassophobia, which is the fear of big open waters.
Oh yeah, we just discussed this.
I'm so afraid that one day I'm gonna be like on a ship or something. I'm gonna like fall overboard, and it's just gonna be me in the middle of like a sea, just everything around me, like the darkness, and it's not even like the creatures in it. It is the sheer, just like nothing below me, nothing above me, nothing around me, and that's so horrifying.
So like,
It's like space.
yeah, kind of like space, like you can't escape because there's like nowhere to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but in space you just die immediately.
Well, you have time.
You have
You have time.
You have 20. You have 20 seconds.
From
Oh well, if
experience,
you
yes.
have gear on, like if you have gear on in the ocean.
Yeah, that's still scary. Even if I had gear on, I'd
Oh,
probably.
would you ever go like deep sea diving?
No, I have been scuba diving before. I almost like barfed in the sea.
Oh.
Because
That's gross.
my parents went on a cruise and they were like, we have to go scuba diving. It's the whole experience. And I was like, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, I'll go with you. It's whatever. And then I went and like looking down under me, like the ocean floor being so far down, I was so scared. Like I like wanted to cry. I wanted to get back on that boat and leave. This was not the place for me. It was super scary, but at the same time, I'm also afraid of how we only have like 5 or 8% of the ocean explored.
Yeah.
What else is down there?
No, for real. Why are we trying to go up?
Like,
we need
yeah,
to go down.
down.
and see what's
Well, I
going on
mean,
down there.
What's down there? I mean, like more fish.
Ooh.
Which fish?
Cthulhu?
Question.
I'm
Is
just
they-
thinking Cthulhu or something.
They just discovered a new fish.
They always discover new fish.
Well, this one's crazy. It has like 20 limbs.
Oh,
Oh.
it was like the big tentacle one that like the little
Yeah,
one
yeah.
was
It's like
just-
it has like a weird warrior cat name. I don't even know.
It's not that scary looking. She described it like it looked like a human whenever you described it
I
first.
did. It's like it's not really scary, but it's like star flower thing. I don't even know, but it's
Yeah.
like really weird. I will definitely put a picture of it in the video. But it
It's
was
like
like
this-
super scary.
This fish that have like human like teeth.
I know what you're
Ew.
talking about.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. If I ever come near one of those, like
that would be another. I
The
think
anglerfish?
I would barf. I would. I would pass out.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about anglerfishes, right?
They're kinda
No,
cute.
No?
those don't have human-like teeth.
Oh, then
Those
what?
are
What are the ones that have?
I don't know. I just
You
saw
mean
pictures.
are like the fish that people say looks like a British person? Those?
Yeah.
Why does? What does that bother you?
It's
Well,
weird.
it's like so real. Like, why do they have human
Is it the
teeth? Like, get
uncanny
your own.
valley?
It's Uncanny Valley.
Like get your own.
Get your own teeth.
I'm
It
also
makes me
terrified of the
upset.
Uncanny Valley. That's creepy.
I've never seen
that's-
Uncanny Valley.
That.
Is
I
it-
mean, it's not an
It's something you
actual
can't
thing.
watch it?
It's a concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually a
Oh.
really cool concept because like it delves into like human consciousness. Like there was a point in time where we had a reason to be scared of things that are representing human but aren't human.
Like
know?
when
It's
that's why
creepy to
everybody
think
hated the
about.
Polar Express when it first came out because they were like
The
these people
CGI.
don't look like people. Like it's Uncanny Valley.
That was
Yeah.
Uncanny Valley.
Can you pay attention?
I was pretty fast running out. Sorry. What are some other things like an Uncanny Valley? Because like I've heard a lot about it.
If you see a mannequin that has a face that's modeled to be a human but it looks slightly off, that's the uncanny valley. Like things that look human but aren't human in nature. Like
Yeah.
like how Porter was talking about the Polar Express as the CGI made them look human but not human enough, as in to be recognizable and not weirded out to some people.
So our brains would like understand like, oh, this isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes into like the same theory that I said, that we had a reason in the past to be scared of things that were trying to represent humans but aren't human. And that's just creepy to think about.
That's fair. The last one we have for our fears is trypophobia. which is like, I think how you say it, trypophobia.
What's that one?
It's the fear of small holes.
I don't get that. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I don't understand it.
I saw a movie called Incantation, and it had trypophobia like in it. It was kind of nerving. It was kind of scary.
Like, I just don't get it because they're just like little holes.
Real.
Like what? Like
I have
what
a friend
about
who
'em?
has trypophobia, and he was talking to me about it. He was like, I can't do beehive. Like I can't do it. I can't do like honeycomb or anything. I will have a panic attack. And I was like, that's crazy.
Like why?
I kind of want to know like what triggers trypophobia, because I feel like it's such like a interesting thing to be scared of.
It's so like oddly specific too.
Like just like a fear of small holes that are like all grouped together.
Yeah, like that's just like what does that even mean?
Exactly.
Like I don't get that one. I really don't.
So do you know those like? I just don't know how to explain this, but there's like a thing that like triggers trypophobia that a lot of people have in their houses. A lot of like older people though, like grandma. I know my mom has it in her house. But they're like small decor greenery type thing that smell really good, but there's like a bunch of holes in the top of it.
Mm,
And I think that's one of the things that triggers it. But I kind of want to do some research now over it. Like,
Yeah.
what causes trypophobia? Is there like a psychological thing behind it?
yeah, because I
That's
just
with
don't.
all phobias.
It's like, yeah,
Ooh, wow.
there's a reason for everybody to have a fear of something.
That's fair, but I like most fears are derived from experience.
Like
oh,
what
yeah.
about holes scares you?
Maybe they fell in a manhole. Ooh, so real.
Ooh, maybe there's like a bunch of other like little ones next to it, so it can
I was
like
like,
get out.
no.
Yeah, yeah, it was
I was
crazy.
like,
I almost
A
fell
bunch
into
of
the-
manholes next to each other.
That sounds crazy.
almost
That would be
fell in one.
insane.
That is all we have for fears, though. And now we're gonna get into the part that's gonna have us cause like a KO section between me and Santiago,
I'm so
because I am so heavily like into it.
passionate.
I'm very passionate about it because like I've experienced. But we're getting into my favorite section: paranormal experiences or events. Do you want to start this off? Because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, what's new?
What?
Y'all are haters. I'm leaving.
Okay.
The
The door's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, guys. All right. Go ahead.
The paranormal. It's ghosts or spirits, basically. There's a lot of theories of what paranormal is. People think that it's like either just like fractions in time where like it's just like, oh, you see a glimpse of something from the past, you know? Like wormholes, I guess you could say. In time and space and all that. Or it's actually just like you just slip into the other realm and you see dead people. And that's what people say when they like, oh, I saw a ghost kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you saw a dead person, I guess. That's just the paranormal, really. But then there's like other, you know, there's spirits, and then you got like demons, and there's poltergeists, you know, all that stuff. And then you got the infamous skinwalkers.
Which are crazy. I have a really hard time believing in skinwalkers.
Really? I really believe in
What?
Really?
What?
skinwalkers.
What? Why did you say what? You can't just say what and then leave.
Him saying he really believes in skinwalkers.
It's literally just cannibals.
Oh, true.
If you really think about it, it's just cannibals.
What do you mean
What
if you
about the
really
shapeshifter?
think about it, it's just cannibals?
The people like describe skinwalkers as being like creatures, different like they're just like monsters. They're just people that eat people. Really.
Right. So you don't believe in skinwalkers. You're finding an explanation for what people consider to be skinwalkers.
That's what they called. That's like it's like an I guess you could say that delves more into Indian culture. They
Yeah.
really believed in the skinwalkers and stuff like that.
Wendigo.
Wendigo, that too. It's the same thing. Kind of.
Wendigo is like their legend, and Wendigos basically are these creatures that really only prowl in the night, but they will act or look like someone. They will like talk in someone you know's voice, or like scream out for help, or any sense. Like if something feels like unnatural, people think it's a skinwalker. Like a lot of people have like I want to say videos where there's like a dog that comes up to him, but it looks like weirdly human. It's not acting like a normal dog, and they're like, "That's a skinwalker."
Just a
again,
dog.
again, I have a hard time believing in skinwalkers just because I'm a huge skeptic of like alien, Wendigo type thing. But
You
for
don't-
the parent,
But you're not.
You believe in
not
the paranormal, but you don't believe
in.
in aliens?
That's crazy. Because
I do believe in aliens. I said I'm just skeptic just because I've never seen it. But for the paranormal, I have seen it. I have multiple occasions, and we're about to get into that because I
So-
have.
All right, get into it then.
Perfect. 12 years old.
Okay.
Oh,
Here we
no.
go.
The
Alright,
most
step in.
reliable age for memory
Oh
recollection.
no, I get
Step
older.
in.
Don't worry. So I was 12 years old, and this was, I want to say, like, it was in the nighttime, but it was like almost morning, but mainly night. And I slept with my mom at the time because I used to be really afraid of the dark. I slept with my mom until I was 13. It was bad. I was like super afraid of the dark. Like, I couldn't watch horror movies. Look where I am now. That's crazy. Anyways,
You're like so emo and like dark now.
I'm gonna. Oh wow. I can't say this on the podcast. Anyways,
Freddy Krueger shirt.
it's not. Freddy Krueger wears orange and red, not black and red.
I thought it was red and like
I don't know.
green. No?
Okay, bud.
I don't know.
I just
Okay,
made that
bud.
up.
I dislike y'all. Anyways,
Actually, that's not Freddy Krueger's color palette.
actually,
have
I
you
don't
know.
know Freddy Krueger's color palette because I've never watched it because I think it's an annoying movie.
There's no reason to think that.
I also just don't like true crime or
What?
like
True crime.
like murder.
Crime?
I never
True
got
crime.
into. I never got into true crime
He's-
either.
Can I finish my story?
Yeah, guys, can you please?
No,
All right, so I'm
what? Freddy Krueger, true crime.
I'm not saying it's true crime, but it's on the lines of a murderer.
He's a demon or something, right?
Is he a demon?
Yeah, because
not a
he's from
person.
the sleep realm.
He's from the night.
Astral projection? That's crazy.
He's formed
What?
out of your fears, and then he comes and kills you in your nightmares, and comes into the real world and kills you.
Sleep paralysis.
It's
I've
not.
had that so many times, but I think it's just a sleep disorder.
Yeah. Wow. You described what it is. My running theory is that sleep paralysis is a sleep disorder.
Because like a lot of
It's almost like it is.
Because a lot of people talk about seeing something like coming towards them when they're in sleep paralysis, but like, I can't open my eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never
Jason's
seen
like, y'all are just
anything.
hallucinating.
For real, but I'm not hallucinating when I say the story that I'm gonna finish, hopefully.
Yep, any day now.
So I'm 12 years old. I'm sleeping, and my mom is next to me, and I wake up like I'm in a nightmare, like shoot up, like I'm like whoa, like sweat dripping down my head, like I'm like afraid, and I know I'm awake because like you know that you can feel when you're awake. Okay, I was awake. And I look ahead of me, and there's a girl standing at the edge of my mom's bed. And she had black hair. She had really long black hair. It wasn't ratty or anything. It was just long black hair. And she had a, like, white dress on that was, like, really dirty at the bottom or anything. And she had her head facing down, and she, like, slowly was, like, looking up. But I was not about to let that girl look at me. I was like, no, not today. So I hid under the covers. And that's that story.
Wow.
But I have more. Don't worry. I have, like, 12 more.
Oh
But I'm not
god,
going to tell
here
all of
we
them.
go.
Another
When I
time.
was in the bathroom at Wendy's, I saw something under the edge of the toilet seat. I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's a demon.
You believe in the paranormal. Why are you going against
Okay,
me?
yeah, no, I do.
It's Wendy's herself.
It's
Wendy,
the
she's
spirit
here.
of Wendy.
It's just, I'll be here.
Uh.
But another time, I was walking out of my mom's room after being asleep again. LOL. Love you, mom. And in front of me in the dining room was a little boy who was staring outside the window. He was profiled to me. He had blonde curly hair, really pale skin. He didn't really have a face. It was just like there. And then he had a blue and white striped shirt on and tan khaki cargo shorts. And he was like at least like 7 or 6. It was really awkward. I didn't really think too much about it. I was like, I can't do this right now. So I just walked past him. Another time, and this was a time that I was actually afraid. I was in my bedroom alone, and I was doing homework because I'm so studious.
Sure.
Anyways, I was doing my little homework, and I was like, wow, it's really silent here, and it's kind of eerie. I don't like this feeling. So I turned around to go grab the remote to my TV so I could turn it on, have something in the background. And I turn, and this, like, black figure stands there, then runs across. And I'm like, oh.
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 I'm like, whoop.
Oh.
And so I got up, walked out my room, didn't go back in there for 3 weeks. Yeah, it was crazy. I have many more about just, like, shadow figures, like, being around me or anything. And my family has a really, really, really long history about talking to spirits, using Ouija boards. I have one in my car.
Why?
I've used it
Even if it's real, why would you ever play around with that?
because it's super fun.
It's super fun.
And if you do
yeah.
it safely, it's okay.
Bruh said safely.
Yeah, well, me and my friend, we
If
used
I talk to this
candles and
board
stuff.
of wood safely,
People like you make me really just like, what?
Why yada?
Let me take my safety precautions. I need some knee pads. I need
No,
some aloe vera.
no, it's
Ibuprofen.
salt and candles, actually.
Okay. Have you like
Actually-
done research into like what seeing like shadow figures like means?
I have, but there's also people who just can, or they're schizophrenic, and I just haven't been diagnosed. But I highly believe in the paranormal because of multiple experiences. I've heard things, seen things, felt things, a lot of things. The paranormal
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
trust.
Trust.
I can't do this.
Trust.
Trust. I really believe in it, like crazy.
Yep. You sure are crazy.
Why I oughta.
I need you to explain your skepticism more.
No, real, because like I'm like super curious on why you think I'm just hallucinating and like seeing things. Like why you're more okay with me seeing things and like needing to be in a mental hospital than
Why am I
because
more?
that's how you make me feel.
Why am I more okay with something that's diagnosable and
I just, like-
founded in reality than something that seems like it's a symptom of that?
Go on, explain yourself.
I just did. You were like, why are you more okay with somebody having a mental illness? Well,
But why don't
because
you believe in it? Like why? What
it just seems so far fetched. It doesn't seem like it's something that's plausible. Why would I believe in something that I don't feel is plausible? That a spirit is haunting a certain place for whatever reason.
Then what about exorcisms that have really happened? What do you think that is?
What do I think that is? I'm not sure what that is, but if I was to guess, I wouldn't. My first thing wouldn't be it's God. It's the demonic possession of someone.
So you believe in demons, but you don't believe in spirits.
No, I don't believe in like paranormal. I don't really believe in demonic possession. I don't believe in things along that nature. I'm a skeptic of that.
But then, like, you said that you were like, yeah, exorcisms, but like,
I didn't say yeah exorcisms. I said I can't explain that like myself
Okay.
because I don't know enough about it.
that's fair. Cause like, since I believe in the paranormal, but like, I'm not a huge like Christian person like that, so I can't explain why I believe in the spirits. Because like, then you'd have to like kind of like be into God for that, and I feel awkward about it.
Awkward about
Because
I get it. I mean,
like I've been like asked about it, like you believe in spirits, but you don't believe in Christianity, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say, because I'm confused too.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like with like the paranormal, with like spirits and stuff. I just feel like I've heard so many stories from people that I know that could easily just be disproven by either like hallucination, sleep deprivation, dreaming, literally just like a trick of the light. But also, there's a part of me that's like, well, like what if, like what if like that was an actual like spirit there? Like I don't know. I want to keep open to it, but I'm also not just. It's not always like my first thing to say that like something was a ghost or a spirit when it could have just been something else.
Fair enough.
If spirits are real, strike me down where I stand right now.
I'm gonna edit a lightning like in there, and it's gonna go.
Yeah, and then you'll see the next frame and see that I'm still there.
No, I'm gonna just like
Yeah.
edit you out, like cut you out.
That'd be really good.
I know, right? But like, no, for real. I don't understand how people can not believe in it because it's so real for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that's how like any religion works. They're like, he's so real, guys, and we're like, okay, it was a book.
I can't understand how someone can exist outside of my own perception.
You're the one saying that.
No, you're the one saying it's so hard for me to comprehend why somebody else can understand this, but
no, cannot
can't
understand.
understand this, but I can understand it so well. I mean, you just put it like there in the difference in belief.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
Like, do you have any stories? Because yours are crazy. Because you've actually
What?
you've done paranormal investigating.
Oh yeah,
Give us a quick one, Ian.
a quick one. Wow. Okay.
Speedy.
Yeah, you're getting
So-
cut off by the corporate leaders of our runtime.
Well, okay. So when I first started, when we first really started getting into it with my Mimi and some other people in our family, we went with some other dude that already was experienced with it. His name is George, and he also owns a haunted house that's in Longview. Just a little plug there. I don't know what it's called though.
Can we get George on the podcast? Just
That
because
would be
my question-
crazy.
Little house in Longview. I don't know his name.
But we go to an antique shop that's in downtown Tyler, and it's now like a furniture shop, and you can go in there. But it was abandoned, and that's when we went into it. we did. That was whenever I was first introduced to the SS method, and I wasn't doing it at the time, but someone else in the group was doing it. And while they were doing it, they had a green light that they set down, which was basically, oh, turn this light on if it was like, it was an easy, like, if you just tap it, it'll turn on. And nobody was around it. It was like at a bar. And it started turning on, and then I guess, I don't know if it was like my mind playing tricks on me, but it like went up into the air and then went back down. But like you can hear it like thud. It was like, and it was like, I was like, whoa, that was crazy. While they were doing the SS,
Whoa, that was crazy.
while they were doing the SS method, I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And then that's really the most simple one I can explain in a quick time.
Yeah, I don't know if I like believe in paranormal and stuff like that, but if ever presented the opportunity to go like ghost hunting or to use a Ouija board, I will decline. Like just in case, I do not play about that kind of stuff if it is real, because I value my life and my
I
spirit.
personally don't care. It's like if somebody offered me a Ouija board, I was like, sure.
And that's
whatever.
how people die in horror movies, because
Let's
they're like,
play.
never
Exactly.
mind.
As we all know, horror movies a good judge of reality.
Well,
Let's play.
I'm like the type
Sure.
that would like taunt, you know? Be
Yeah.
like, oh, if you're gonna like, if you're actually here, then do something, you know?
I did that once on the Ouija board, and I was like on the little planchette thing, and I was like, it was like telling me to die, like spelling out DIE, like DIE, DIE. And I was like, no. Now I can't get it to leave the Ouija board. It is like there, the same spirit is there.
What happens if you break the board?
We
It
actually
unleashes
changed boards, and it's
the
still the
gates
same
of
spirit.
hell.
So I think it's an attachment to me, not the board.
It unleashes the gates of hell.
You should burn some sage.
I have.
Oh,
Burn
that
more.
reminds me. We had a designated sage guy in the group too, and he would like sage us after. He got the sage, and he was like, I
Ooh.
was like,
Ooh.
I felt ethereal, you know? I was like, I was like, you know, I was like,
That's how I feel after sage.
Aw. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to end for today's episode. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is going to be going out probably around that time. Yeah, that is all I have to say.
Stay
Stole
So,
safe.
my outro.
yeah, because I didn't want your robotic outro to be like, thank you, everybody, for
Fellas,
coming in."
whose outro voice do you like better? My calm and monotone voice or JC's annoying high-pitched voice?
I think I'm going to end it. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.